going to, and we're going to turn on the captions. I'm trying to do that. Okay, so here is my Labs Plus. If you see my screen, you see Blackboard. So I want everybody, and please, okay, especially the guys, because you're not going to write this down and you're not going to have a clue, okay? So I need you to write this down so everybody will be on My Labs Math the rest of the week to get your homework done, okay? All right. Find your class. Here's your class, Math 120, 23. I think y'all are 23. Yep, right here. You click on that. So you need to click on class, Blackboard. Go over to the left-hand side. Click on My Labs Math. This link will come up. You click on My Labs Math again. And then you go to 120.23. Green means go, so make sure you hit the green buttons. View course materials. And launch publisher website. And open My Lab and Mastering. Now you may be asked to read some policies and to agree to some policies. That's okay, you know how to do that. This is what you should see. Now I'm going to do this again, but I don't know if I did it yesterday with y'all. Yesterday means Monday, okay? Do not depend on Blackboard, okay? Blackboard will crash, and it will usually crash the day of. In other words, if you've got to turn in something, Murphy's Law dictates that when something can go wrong, it will go wrong. So how many of you have ever turned in a term paper at the last minute and the printer go dead? Or you tried to email a term paper and the email didn't work? That will happen. So you always got to have a plan B. The plan B is to go to the Pearson website. I'm going to send that to you in just a second. First of all, I'm going to pull it up so you can see what it looks like. So I'm going to get rid of this now that y'all have got it. And here we go. And there is the Pearson website, and I'm going to send it to you so you can put it on your computer and make an icon for it. There you go. Now, you can only use the website after you've registered. Okay, you can only use this website to log in after you have registered. Now, I know I said that twice. I'm going to say it again. You can only use the website after you have registered. So once you get to the website, you click on sign in, and it'll automatically ask you for your username and password, whatever you used to get into before, and there is your class right there. Click on it, and this is your class. Now that is your plan B. Now, a lot of people use plan B because they don't want to have to go through Blackboard. And that's fine. After you have registered in My Labs Math, you do not have to use Blackboard. You can go straight to the website. Does everybody understand that? Okay. Let's see how many of y'all have actually been successful and logged on or registered. So let's see, where's the grade book? They changed things around on this grade book. Okay, we got 2 people. So it can be done. 2 people have registered. So that means it can be done. Now, has anybody tried to do it today? Have you tried to do it, or do you want to go to it now and let's walk through it again, or what? Yes, no, maybe? Somebody say something, type something in.
And walk through it again.
Say again. Okay, y'all not going to talk to me today? Is that what it is? Are y'all scared to open up the mic or what? Okay, Miss Vaughn, Chloe or Audrey? How long did it take you? Say again.
They said, can you walk through it again?
Yes. Okay, before I do it, Miss Vaughn and Miss Vaughn, how long did it take you to register?
Not long at all.
A minute?
About like a minute to 4 minutes.
It takes some students 2 weeks. All right, here we go. We're going again. Let me go to Blackboard. So everybody get to your Blackboard. Give me a thumbs up when you're at your Blackboard. We're going to do this together. I need to see several of you with your thumbs up. Especially the guys. I don't want to pick on the guys, but I know how guys are in high school. All right. Click on your class. Math 120-23. Okay, somebody give me a thumbs up and tell me you're on your class. Or give me a thumbs up, okay? Go over here on the left-hand side and click on My Labs Math. This should come up if it's not already up. Then click on it. It might ask you to read the policy or check the policy or agree to the policy and hit enter. Click on the green button. It takes literally years. Click anything on, we're doing our best. Okay, all right. I'm trying to go slow. And click on the green button. And click on the green button. And then you'll have the orange button. And when you see My Lab statistics, you're done. That means you have registered. So how are we doing? Got some thumbs up for somebody that's been successful? Uh-oh, what's happening? Blackboard won't let me in and keeps giving me the sign of an error. Okay. How many of you have Mac computers? Any of you got Macs? Okay. You have to have Google Chrome. Okay, I can't tell if anybody's listening to me. I can't hear y'all, so I don't know. Somebody needs to type in, do you have Chrome, Google Chrome? Okay, you're all on Chrome. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Blackboard. Tragic.
Oh. My Labs Math likes Google Chrome and Firefox. So make sure you're using Google Chrome and Firefox or Firefox. Okay, do not use Microsoft Edge. Do not use Microsoft Explorer. Don't use any of those. Okay, let me see. Are you still getting the errors? It should be giving you errors.
I'm on the model actually. I'm just trying to get quick thought out.
You should try to keep a
Okay, we got 2 more people, Latham and Wiles. So it does work. So far, we got 4 people. So I guess you're gonna have to help each other. And I don't know what's one person must be doing something different than the other. I don't know. I can't tell because I'm not there. So let's try to get on one sheet of music so I can actually show you what's on My Labs Math so y'all can be working on the homework.
Yes, sir.
Just let me know if you have a question. I'm kind of limited on what I can do here. I appreciate those people that are helping. Those teachers in there with y'all, thank you. All right, now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So half the class is on there. Good job.
No.
Hey, we have one of our people are in the room now trying to figure out what's taking so long.
I can't understand you because everybody's got their mics on, or some people's got their mics on, and there's all kind of chatter. You're gonna have to type it in if you can.
Okay. Can you hear me right now?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, so we have our little technology expert person here helping us figure out what's wrong. And well, some of us are getting through it, we have to wait for it forever, but we're getting there. Like I just put it and it works. So really, there's no like on the website. It's just our
Okay, I tell you what, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, I need somebody to call my cell phone. Okay? Can somebody volunteer to call my cell phone and put me on speaker because I can't hear the words you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Call my cell phone. Let me type it in. I need one person. So one of the phone, Miss Chloe, if you would, 356-3874. If you would, call my cell phone so I can put you on speaker. Please, everybody else, mute your mics, please.
Okay, 356.
Okay, so for right now, until we get this ironed out, I'm just going to present. And if you have any questions, of course, you can raise your virtual hand and we will do this one at a time. Okay. Okay. Miss Patterson, who's Miss Patterson? You should be, are you not in the class, Miss Patterson? Got to be in the class or you wouldn't be. Just make sure you turn on your video. You're in the class if you're chatting.
She's not in the classroom right now. I think she's at home.
Well, that's fine. All she needs to do is turn on the video and she's good to go. Okay, so if you got any question, raise your virtual hand and we'll go from there, okay? All right, now, I want you to write some of this stuff down because you're going to need it when you get into your homework and your test. So with that being said, let me go to the assignment manager right quick. And let me make sure that the homework is up and it is assigned. And let me check. I don't think I've got any tests loaded. I can show you the test later. Yeah, I don't have any tests loaded. So we'll just work on homework. Okay, so here is my labs math. And this is the class 12023. So when you go into My Labs Math, you're going to have the menu on the left. Okay, and we're going to look at 3 buttons. The 3 buttons are e-text. If you don't have a book, which most of you told me the other day that you're using the ebook, then you click on the ebook and you click on getting to information you need, or I'm sorry, chapter 1 data collection and 1.1 and e-text. And that's how you read the book. All right. So, and you'll see here in just a minute, you can print out the book. Okay. You can print out the book by hitting these 3 and print, but you only print out 1 page at a time. Okay. So I don't know if you want to print out the book or the sections and then read it. That's up to you. That's how you get to the ebook. So I'm going to do that again with you. You go to ebook, you go to the chapter, you go to the section, and e-text. And it pulls up the ebook or the e-text, whichever the case may be. You can go to it. There, the 3 lines right here is your table of contents. Go to chapter 1 and 1.1. There you go. And that's how you access the ebook. Pretty simple. That's it. This button right here, e-text. E-text contents. So that's how you get to the book. The grade book, I should not have to go through grade book, but for some college students, I have to tell them that the grade book has their grades in it. Because at the end of the semester, I get students that email me and call me and ask me what their grade is. Do I reply? No. Because if you are in college and you don't understand that grade book means your grade, then I don't know what else to tell you. I do everything in My Labs Math. I do everything with homework. I do everything with tests. I do everything with exams in My Labs Math. So therefore, what your grade is what's in the grade book. So you hit grade book, and it'll tell you your grade right there in that circle. If you want to see the calculation, now these are not right because it's supposed to be 80% test, 20% homework. So 80% test and 20% homework, I'll change that later. Everybody good so far? Everybody understands that your grade book is where you find your grade. All right. Now, this is the most important page, or the most important button. Assignments. That's where your test and your homework are. Now, it's very important that I show you this because I had my son, he had virtual 8th grade last year, and that was a cluster. That was the biggest mess I think I've ever seen in my life. Okay? And he's in District 5. They really botched that up. How do you give a virtual or an online class and not give the student any access to help with the problems? That's blew my mind. When you go to one of these homeworks, here are the 3 buttons that I want you to focus on. I want you to write down these 3 buttons. The buttons are, well, get more video, textbook, and get more help. These are the buttons that's going to help you when you're at home doing homework. Now, I do realize that some of y'all believe you wrote the book of mathematics. There are a lot of things that you don't know. And you may run into some of these things when you get on the homework. Now, we're going to talk about what these things mean so you'll know which one you like because of the different learning styles. And I'm fixing to show you. Hold on just a second. Write this down. Help me solve this. That's going to be one of the buttons that you're going to see. Help me solve this. Write this down. Everybody should be writing. Even though you think you know it all, everybody should be writing. Help me solve this means a guided tutorial. Can anybody tell me, anybody think they know what a guided tutorial is? A guided tutorial is someone explaining something to you and asking questions while they're explaining it. Kind of like a guided lecture. Okay? Oh, hold on. You're not able to see your screen. Okay, I have no idea. I have no idea. Maybe it'll show up. Can y'all see my hand? Okay. Okay, there must be something wrong with the computer or something. Should be on there. Miss Simpson, where's your video? I don't see Miss Simpson's video. Where are you? Oh, she's piggybacking. Okay. Well, I don't see you. I saw you a while ago, Miss Simpson. I guess you turned it off. That's okay. All right. I don't know why it's not coming up, but anyway, help me solve this as a guided tutorial. Who uses the guided tutorial? People that have never seen the material. Now, while I realize that some of you have had Math 120, and some of you wrote the book on Math 120, or think you did, there are people that have not had Math 120 or probability and statistics. Is there anybody in here that has never had probability and statistics? Okay, well then you might be using Help Me Solve This. All right? View an example. Write that down. View an example. View an example is for somebody that has had the material before. So some of you that's had Math 120 or probability and statistics, you might not use Help Me Solve This. You might use View an Example. Textbook. Textbook is for those people that like to read. I'm not one of those people. Okay? Some of y'all can read War and Peace in 2 days. I can't read a page in a book without falling asleep. So I'm not a reader. That's not my learning style. I'm a visual learner. Most guys are visual learners. I don't know about the girls, but most guys are visual learners. And that is, the visual learners is your video and your graphic tutorial. Video and graphic tutorial. So let's go back to the question and let me show you how these things work. Okay? Here's the video. It comes up, you listen to it.
16 of adults 25 years and older who are U.S. residents.
Okay.
Why might this?
I don't know if you can hear it. Can y'all hear it?
Here's the graph. When working with a 3D style graph,
Okay.
one problem that we run into is that the
So that's the video.
closest to us appears to.
Here's the textbook. It takes you to the textbook and shows you the example or the reading in the textbook. And it'll bring that up. See? Okay. Here is get more help. Ask my instructor. What is ask my instructor? Well, that, my friends, is what you're going to be using if you don't understand the material. And I can't find anything when I'm trying to, thought I had everything laid out. But I guess I'm suck. All right, let me explain something to you. Ask my instructor is very valuable. Ask my instructor means you're going to send it to me. Now, I want everybody to listen because this is very important. You're going to send it to me, and you can put a message on it if you want to. You suck. Okay? And send it to me. The next day we meet. Now remember, there's 15 people in here. If 15 people send 1 or 2 questions, that's almost 30 questions. Everybody with me? So then I go to my homework before class starts. I go to my email and I pull up the folder, and there is the question I sent myself. I click on it and it takes me to the question that you sent. I do not see how a student can go through a math class like my son did and not have this support. I don't see how he did it. Well, he did have a math teacher as a dad, but the whole point is you're lucky, for those that are listening, you're lucky to have this support system inside this homework. Okay? So, how is the class supposed to work? This is how the class is supposed to work. Now, again, I need you to listen because I can't tell whether y'all are talking. I can't tell. This is so frustrating, okay? Because I can't tell what's going on that end. When I go over something in class, do not turn on the microphone, please. I appreciate it, but that's not going to work. I appreciate it. When I go over 2.1, now listen. When I go over 2.1, you're supposed to go home and work on 2.1 homework and send me questions. The next class, if I don't have any questions, I'm going to start on what? 2.2. If I have questions, I'm going to go over the questions and I'm going to go over 2.2. You go home, you work on 2.2 homework. If I don't get any questions, I'm going on to 2.3. I do 2.3, you do the homework, you send me a bunch of questions, I go over 2.3 again, or I spend time going over those questions. Then I get to 2.4, you do 2.4 homework, send me questions, Then I get to 2.5. That's the end of the section. We do a test, and you should be working on 2.5 homework. So when I give you the date of Thursday to turn in your homework, the only homework you should be working on is what? 2.5. 80% of y'all will do that. What's the 20% going to do? They're not going to do homework in 2.1. They're not going to do homework in 2.2. And they're going to wait until 2.5 to send me questions. And what am I going to do? I'm going to ignore them because they waited till the last minute to do the homework. They're going to have to find me through virtual office hours. Capiche? Okay, so in order to do well in this class, you need to do the homework every single night. Or whatever I cover, you need to work on it before the next class. I'm not saying you have to master it. I'm not saying you have to make 100 on it. I'm just saying that you have to have worked on it. Capiche? All right, who's got questions so far? Type them in the, whatever, type them in it, okay? Anybody got questions? Nobody has any questions. I covered the material so well that nobody has any questions. Okay, Mr. Ritchie, what's your question? You can unmute your mic if you want to try it. Okay, nobody has a question? Okay, Mr. Ritchie. Unmute your mic and ask the question. I have no idea. Right now, you are supposed to be reading chapter 1 and chapter 2. Did I tell y'all to read chapter 1 and chapter 2?
Yes, sir.
That's what y'all should be working on right now.
But do we
I will start covering. Okay, you're going to have to turn that mic off. Can y'all turn your mics off, please?
Somebody just sent a text that says do your homework tonight.
Mr. Ritchie, could you turn your mic off, please? I'm sorry, it's just so much feedback. Okay. What am I going to do Monday or Tuesday? I'm going to start covering chapter 1 and chapter 2 material. You need to be working on chapter 1 and chapter 2 material over the weekend. You need to be reading chapter 1 and chapter 2, and you need to be working on the homework for chapter 1 and chapter 2. Remember, chapter 1 and chapter 2 is not math, it's reading. Everybody with me? Okay, so I'm going to go over the definitions, and I'm going to go over that pretty quick. Let me go ahead and show you something else. Unit 1 test. %20 to 30% is chapter 1 and 2. So 70 to 80% is chapter 3. And that's the math. That's where we start doing math. So I need you to make sure you understand this. I'm going to cover chapter 1 and chapter 2, but it's going to be, okay, does everybody know what a placebo is? A placebo is a sugar pill. Okay? I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. So you're probably talking about 2 days, 2 classes going over chapter 1 and 2. And then by Thursday of next week, or by Wednesday of next week, we will be starting on chapter 3. That's when I go over 3.1, you need to be working on the homework. When I go over 3.2, you need to be working on the homework. Mr. McDonough, does that answer your question? Okay. Who's got another question? Anybody got any questions? Okay. I'm going to shut off the recording and I'm going to stop